groups connected through
Sesame Street
to a drug network.
Higglytown Heroes, Blue's Clues, Dora the Explorer, Caillou, Go Diego Go, Thomas and Friends, 64 Zoo Lane,
Mother-in-law's organization was there. He looked like a king.
Little Bill, the Backyardigans,
Has that star power that Mom was
the Koala Brothers,
There was 20
The Loud
reporters
House.
there, and cameramen, they didn't get there by
the
accident.
Boomafoo,
This was Marty's people tipping them off.
That was a huge media.
Teletubbies. This is Daniel Cook,
Criminal. And the Irish mafia is there also.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Little Einsteins, Boo-Bah,
The Windsor Ballroom.
Jakers, The
It's a
Adventures of
historical
Piggly
site
Winks,
in Montreal.
Maya
It's
and
huge.
Miguel,
It's
The Puzzle
elaborate.
Place,
This is like the
Gerald McBoing Boing,
You and I get married, we hire a wedding photographer to take pictures. Well, when the Hells Angels get married, the police are out there taking pictures, creating their own wedding album. You know, the police called it Who's Who in the Zoo.
The Casa Grande.
Nice wedding.
Harry and his bucket full of dinosaurs,
A posh wedding. Very chic.
Veggie Tales,
I don't think there was any public outrage.
Animal
No.
Jam.
Fireman
I thought the
Sam,
public thought it was
Barney
fun to
and
see
Friends.
those pictures. I think people who work in
Timmy
newspapers
Time.
and who write headlines think,
Arthur,
Big over it.
Max and Ruby,
I think that Dr. Robert
Mickey Mouse and
the
Bugs
sense
Bunny.
of showing people how much money they have and how much power
The
they
New
have.
Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Phoebe and Jay Otter, Jack's Big Music Show,
Very proud of her marriage to Marty Robert, doesn't hide it.
Sid Hamster.
Brags about it on social media, and she's
The
also
Bernstein
known in
Bears,
the bodybuilding community.
And again, goes back to the brilliance of the Hells Angels to be able to use PR.
The
That's
Looney
a way to
Tunes
say,
Show.
well, how dangerous can we be? We get married. and
Bob the Builder,
We're stars.
Maggie and the Ferocious Beasts, Booby,
Become a businessman. And once you become a leader, you have to be a businessman.
Dragon
A
Tales.
CEO.
Franklin,
You can't go over
Clifford the Big Red Dog,
breaking up
Lazy
orders.
Town,
By marrying
Pink
Martin
You.
Martin Robert just opened the door. As a police slang, we use
Robo.
that term, a door. When you have a door at customs, well, you have a door to bring in your drugs.
Bobbinots.
Little Bear,
And he had a door to bring in or to
Stanley.
bring out whatever he wanted from the States, because he comes from that Indian reserve that's just
Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood.
Baby Looney Tunes,
by them. So I would call it a grand slam for him back
Big
then.
and Small.
The Huckabug Club,
when it talks about narcotics and how
Mickey.
narcotics are traded globally, it's an ecosystem. Just like, you know, when a tree dies, the smaller trees under, they grow and they take up the sun space. It's the same thing.
JJ the
They
Jack.
all
Make
fight
way
over
for Naughty.
who's gonna win the power and who's gonna get more money, and I mean, but that's, I think, the same.
Seven Little
It's just
Johnstons.
nature.
JoJo Circus,
Nature.
Red Wooly
The
shot
New
his
Brothers.
power a lot.
Edgy
after
Benji,
Marty Robert.
Fifi and
I
the
think
Flower
that brought
Tots,
some resentment
Curious
in
George,
Robert when Robert eventually did take power, and he had at that point oversight over Wooly. And on the other end of it, Wooly saying, you know, I've been a
Timothy
major
goes to
player here
school.
for 20 years. You just kind of came on the scene more recently. Why do I have to listen?
When there's a void, something's gonna grow and fill that void.
I would say between 2019 and the summer of 2022, there was a fraying of the relationship between the Hells Angels and the Rizzuto mob.
Police say his murder was a targeted killing, but they won't discuss a motive.
We're hearing about a escalating turf war in the Montreal area between the Hells Angels and members of the Rizzuto crime family who have long controlled gambling in the
Postcards
city of
from
Montreal.
Buster.
One of the rumors I've heard, although unconfirmed, it was the mafia trying to stop the Hells Angels from getting too involved in the illegal sports
American
betting
Idol
world.
Junior.
Gambling is the wheel that
Hunter
makes the
Street.
entire underworld go round. Gangland economy is centered on gambling. It's the
Storybox.
straw that stirs the drink for everything else.
There's money in joint ventures. There's networking in joint ventures. All the here to make money.
The koala
And they'd all double cross each other. It's all a question of time.
Clubhouse. Super Wall.
Marty Robert has
Becky
predictions
Hill.
that the
Hey,
Hells Angels
Monster
should be
Band.
at the top of that pyramid. He sees weakness in the Rizzutos, and Marty said to himself, what's the point of being alive to these people when we can just absorb
Candy
them?
Crush.
You know, it's a hostile
Cat.
takeover. It's a play by
Tails.
Marty to become the boss of bosses.
Pumpkin.